Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays Naval Action. In this episode we will be taking a look at the first starter ships, the 7th rates, and we will do a little bit of technical comparison between them. Show the strengths and weaknesses. So we will be showing the privateer, the lynx, followed by cutter, after which one we will be showing the yacht, and after the yacht we will be showing the Pickle. So these are the couple of ships that we will be covering. So which of these ships has the best sailing characteristics, their strengths and benefits, etc. So let's go over to the first ship. The first ship being the cutter. The cutter is actually the first ship that you get in Naval Action when you're just starting, so this will be your starter ship, so everybody will have a chance to play it. And it is a fore and aft rigger, meaning that its sails are parallel to the ship's hull, and given that it is a fore and aft rigger, it has excellent sailing characteristics when it is closed hold. Apart from that, it has quite a decent armor. It is the second best armored ship in the game, and it is also has fairly decent turn rate. Now when we think about the negatives or the cons, this ship is actually not that fast when sailing with the wind, so away from the wind, because its sails are not in the correct angle, obviously. Also, it has a pretty big signature, so it is a little bit bigger target, and also it is suffering from healing, so quite strong healing when with this ship. So these are the pros and cons of the cutter. You can see them in the comments here. So let's get to the second ship, and the second ship is the lynx. Lynx is actually a small schooner. In the original Sea Trials, Lynx was actually the starter ship. It is kind of pretty much obvious because it has the weakest armament. It has only 4 cannons per side, so a total of 8, compared to the cutter's 12. So, and these 4 cannons can be obviously either the 4-pounder, 4-pounder long, or carronade, I believe, 12-pounders. It is also fore and aft rigger, meaning that it has excellent sailing characteristics upwind. I think it's actually the fastest ship of the small ships. It is also the smallest one, which is actually constitutes the smallest target when being targeted. The downsides of it is definitely that it's the weakest armored, and it is also, it is actually the weakest ship, so it's also not running very fast with the wind. So actually when it comes to armament, this is not the best starter ship to choose. But fast, yes, very fast. So if you prefer to run, then you might consider that, but alternatively you might consider privateer. Now let's take a look at the yacht. The yacht is actually a premium ship, meaning only those that have pre-ordered the game will be able to get it. Now there has been a lot of discussion regarding the premium ships, if they are better than the others or weaker than the others, and from what I've seen so far and playing with, as you can see, all of them, I can tell you it is on par with every else ship. Now the yacht has it is actually a little bit slow. It's the second slowest ship. It is a big target as well. Speaking of some cons, it is has also very weak characteristics when sailing with the wind, but it has excellent or exceptional characteristics sailing close haul. So At a sharp angle to the wind, it is really great. However, given its signature, it is a little bit bigger hull, so it's not the best, I can tell you that much. But it certainly is beautiful, which describes its premium looks. So it has decent armament like every other, and it has second weakest armor, and it is big target, as I said, and it is slow. So yeah, look wise, I mean, it's great to have it, it's beautiful, but if you want the best ship, you might look in other places. Now, the next ship is actually a Pickle, and Pickle is actually my favorite ship. So, among my favorites among the starter ships. Why? Because, first of all, it is a combination of fore and aft riggered and also square riggered, which means some of its sails are at 90 degrees to its hull. What does it mean? Fore and aft rigger gives its great upwind or exceptional upwind speed and sailing characteristics, while the square rigged part of it actually gives it fantastic downwind, which means it can even catch some square rigged ships, so it is actually very fast. Minuses is that it's very sluggish because it's a bigger compared to all others, so it has very slow, or the slowest turn rate of all of the ships. But when you consider its ornament, it's on par with everybody else, but the armoring is actually the best. So, as you can see, pros and cons. Exceptional upwind, outrunning square riggers close to the wind, tall hull, which means the crew is protected from the grape shot, it's best armored, more crew, has boarding bonus, and the cons are the biggest, it is the biggest target, and it's a very slow turn rate. Okay, and we come to the final ship, and this is the Privateer. This is also a very good ship. It's basically an upgraded Lynx. It is Lynx with a total of 12 cannons, so 6 per side, to make it on par with the others, and also it has a bigger crew complement. Like the Pickle, it has 55 crew compared to the others 40, and it inherits some of the Lynx characteristics, which is small signature, excellent sailing, close hold. It also inherits some of its weaknesses, which means weak going downwind, but it is slightly faster than the actual Lynx. It is weaker armored, definitely, than the Pickle. It's even weaker armored than the basic or the cutter. So this ship favors speed, maneuverability, and for more boarding actions, and I mean it makes it up for its name, Privateer. Looks wise, I really like the look of it. It is also like type of schooner. So let us see and sum up its pros and cons. So it is the fastest. It has more crew, it has decent armament, and it's relatively small target. Cons: not running faster than the wind and weaker armor than the cutter, which is a starter ship. So you have to be very careful in terms of how you sail with it. Well, that pretty much rounds up. So our ship of choice among the 7th rates is definitely a Pickle. Because it's better armored, it has better protected crew, it has decent ornaments. The only downside is that it's sluggish at turn rates, but when you come to play as a beginner in these guys, you won't mind it. That rounds it up, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like if you like. This is GrunfWorks signing off.